we're going to raise tonight. Is this Mr. Modi's masterstroke or a self-goal? Is the central question. Gaurav Bhatia, spokesperson BJP, Khushbu Sundar, spokesperson of the Congress. In the studios, Professor Neera Chando, political scientist and formerly of Delhi University. Colin Gonsalves, senior advocate, joining me. And Rishav Ranjan is coordinator of YuvaHallaBol, a group of youngsters which says jobs ahead of reservations. They want jobs first. Just some of the questions we're going to raise tonight. For vote banks, there are vote banks out there. And this is all about competitive vote bank politics. I want to ask you here, young man, because you are part of this group that you all have formed. Correct me with the name of your group. It's YuvaHallaBol, yes, right? Yes. And you all are the young people, Rishav Ranjan, who are saying we want jobs, not reservations.
Yes.
And yet at the end of the day, there are equally a large number of people with the protests in Maharashtra, Gujarat, in Haryana who are saying, no, we want caste-based reservation.
Yeah.
Why do you want, why are you against reservations?
No, Rajdeep, I think that we shouldn't get into this debate. And we truly believe that this debate or this discourse is created by the government to suppress the national movement against unemployment. Because what is the government of the representative of the government saying? That this is historic. What is historic? We have seen UPA 2, that was jobless growth. We are seeing Modi government, which has job loss growth. Rajdeep, 24 lakh jobs which are vacant in the government is nobody is looking into it. 4 lakh jobs which are notified government jobs is scrapped. So what about their demands? And when
you are saying existing government jobs are not being filled, vacancies are still existing,
yes,
and at the same time we are going with quotas. You are, yes, saying first fill the existing vacancies.
And the cabinet minister of this government, Nitin Gadkari, has himself said during Maratha agitation that reservation is not the solution to jobs because there are no jobs. Rajdeep, I want to explain that when a student comes and prepares for a job, he goes through a system of exams, and that exam is filled with irregularities. This is historical. The dark regime of paper leak, is this historical? We need to ask this government. Today we address the press conference and we are saying that we want job, not jumlas, and this is the line we are taking.
You want jobs, not jumlas.
Yes.
Okay, that's a very strong statement. Colin Gonsalves, you're listening to this. Before I come to you, Gaurav Bhatia, I'm bringing in all the various angles to this debate. But Colin Gonsalves, one of these angles is going to be in the Supreme Court. The fact is, with this reservation that is about to be passed in the Lok Sabha, we will have 59% reservations officially. In states like Maharashtra, it will go up to 78 because they've already given 16% reservations to Marathas. I want to understand, will the Supreme Court accept all this? Do you believe, as Arun Jaitley says, that from the party spokesperson, he's saying the government is trying to provide jobs. It's not either or. It's not jobs versus reservation. He says we are trying to provide jobs as well. This is one other way of uplifting those who need it most.
Sir, according to the data, we are not able to find the data because the government is not sending us the data of the unemployment. And who are the right persons? Like those who appear for SSC, UPSC or other exams, how will they identify that who are right person? Because most of them are below 8 lakh per annum limit. And but
that is true of OBCs as well.
Yeah.
The creamy layer for OBCs also is pegged at 8 lakhs. Why are you raising these arguments now only when it comes to upper caste poor?
No, we are not raising that argument. It applies to everyone and it should be applied. But what about job aspirants? Because they are not getting any job, and I don't think that they have any data to prove themselves. And anyway, this order will be strike down by the Supreme Court. Because in Indira Sani case, Article 16 of the Constitution was interpreted and it was told that it was for participatory justice, social justice, not for redistribution. It is very clear.
Do you not see though that the time, perhaps it is 25 years since the Indira Sani judgment, it is also over almost 30 years since the Mandal recommendations of OBCs, India has changed. There are groups, the Marathas, the Jats, there are Brahmin who are turning around and saying, what about our poor?
Sir, but there are no reports.
No, just a minute. In Maharashtra, we've seen there have been reports that have been put out by Maratha groups saying that they are economically disadvantaged today. Do they not have a right to reservations?
So let's ask the government if they have a survey.
Yes, Neera.
You see, a lot of mobilization.
दिन में मुझे नौकरी चाहिए आम आदमी को सर अच्छे दिन मुझे मिलते हैं जब मुझे शिक्षा मिलती है नौकरी मिलती है अच्छे दिन केवल केवल इस पे नहीं होते, केवल
मैंने वो जवाब दिए राजदीप जी, आपने सुना नहीं, मैंने वो भी जवाब दिए आपको। यही अच्छे दिन होते हैं, इसीलिए नींद उड़ी हुई है कांग्रेस की।
अच्छा, नींद उड़ी हुई है कांग्रेस की क्योंकि ये अच्छे दिन आ गए हैं। ओके, यस यंग मैन, अच्छे दिन आर कमिंग फॉर यू।
सर अच्छे दिन कहां से आएंगे? नीति आयोग की रिपोर्ट में जो न्यू इंडिया का स्ट्रेटेजी बनाती है, वहां अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट को लेके कुछ है ही नहीं। मतलब इससे आप सीरियसनेस, वी कैन टेस्ट द सीरियसनेस ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट। आई थिंक दैट गवर्नमेंट shouldn't be creative of creating new, producing no jumlas. The government should create jobs.
Mr. Modi has spoken of Stand Up India, Start Up India,
Yeah.
Mudra Yojana. Are you going to say all of that is jumla?
Yeah.
Anything that is government
That
does
is.
becomes jumla?
Yeah,
Yes, very in
he had
conclusion,
come
ma'am.
to- he